Manticore draws Sesame Mother. Is that how you spell Sesame?
Yeah, that's Sesame. I decided to do Bert and Ernie. And I decided that I had a theme that I was going to go to, kind of like The Thing or Dead Space. Like, Ernie is part of the Unity and is absorbing Bert.
What made you pick Bert and Ernie?
I love Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie are great.
It just seemed like the way to go.
Yeah. I've got a lot of... I did do a pretty good Ernie. If I do say so myself. Rubber ducky, you're the one.
You do.
And I'm very much Ernie in my personality.
I'm more of a Bert.
You're my little Bert.
I just get so upset.
Although I am not good at... Actually, out of the two of us, I'm probably the one who is strictly organized, but that's because I have to be.
It depends. I like certain things extremely organized, and like the dishes always have to be done. I keep that counter as clear as humanly possible all the time. You know, and certain supplies of mine have to be organized, but I also have organized chaos. There's lots and lots of little things, but they're all on shelves, artfully placed. I
just know that I put things safely away, and then I never see them again, so...
Oh, he's so distressed.
Yeah, I made sure the eyebrow was like... Because he has very expressive eyebrows. If you look when he's upset, his eyebrow just like broops in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I just turned it into one of shock.
Ugh.
And Ernie has no eyebrows.
Oh, those are like perfect, like egg-shaped eyes. You just threw it out there.
Yeah. I didn't even follow the guide because I was looking at my reference. I'm like, the eyes are more on top of the nose, and they're like tilted, and they are that egg shape. So
it already just looks like them. Bert and Ernie, yeah.
They're very distinct. They're very good. Like just seeing their silhouettes, you know who they are.
Right.
And that's good character design.
Yeah.
I remembered their like base colors. I did not remember how busy their shirts are.
Yeah. Lots of stripes.
Very stripes.
But one is vertical, one is horizontal.
Mm-hmm. Bert has very tight green, red, blue stripes on his shirt that go vertical.
Yeah.
And Ernie has blue and red going horizontal. So just getting the base of the arms where the merging is happening. There. Just flipping it to see how it looks.
Yeah. Well, you gotta.
I had to put a background on to see what was up. Now I'm already in color.
Yeah.
I did a lot of the stuff in color, so that this takes a while.
Well, yeah. You want the color to be right.
But it did take some time to do some, later on there's some shading and some smudging I do to make it come across even better. But yeah, this is the start.
Mm-hmm.
Bert's a nice, bright yellow. Bert. My friend Bert.
And this is the first one where we both have the same prompt.
Yeah.
Which was pretty fun.
Like, accidentally colored in the mouth, but I'll fix that later. It's okay.
You seem pretty excited by this prompt.
It was good. I've got a lot of good memories about Jim Henson stuff in general, so the ability to take that and make a dark version, it's just like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's my jam. Oh, Roxy's coming to say hi.
And I loved the idea growing up as a kid. I loved that the Sesame Street monsters were monsters. Absolutely hiding under your bed type monsters, but they're not scary.
Well, that was Henson's whole idea.
Yeah.
It was just like monster, like if people said monster, he wanted them to think nice things and not mean things.
Yeah. So I recognize that this prompt that I made us do is going against everything that is, but it's funny, so maybe worth it. I like the idea of a monstrous monster.
Yeah.
Of something that is not monstrous.
Just what if Big Bird was a vulture? He's
Yeah.
just waiting for everyone to die.
Yeah, Ugh. Ugh. Do they have red mouths?
They do. They have very red mouths.
Oh, that's horrifying. Why?
Only some Muppets get like the back of the throat dongle back there. I forget what it's called.
Uvula?
Is that? I want to. If I say it'll be the wrong one.
The uvula? The little dangle bit in the back?
Is that the uvula?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
now I'm questioning. I'm fairly certain that's the uvula.
we'll see if this video gets demonetized.
No. Uvula.
They're very dark hair, both of them. So I turned that more into a dark blue. Because they're very colorful. I wanted to keep that. So instead of the shock of black hair, which works on the Muppets because there's a lot of motion, it kind of waves with them as they're moving. But in still image, like stark black looks boring.
You still got that motion, though.
Yeah.
The shapes you're using in the hair. And the spikiness. And...
Yeah, I'm super happy with the shapes.
Yeah.
In this one.
They look like them.
Oh, wait, it gets worse. Yeah, I do. I spend a lot of time on the stripes, so prepare yourselves for that.
Prepare your buttholes.
Well, I put down the preliminary stripes.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm going to start doing now-ish. Yep. Gotta do the edging.
Like a seam.
Yeah, that's how he's designed, so.
Oh, you really went in stripe by stripe like this.
Yeah, but once I get to I do preliminary stripes just to be like, this is where the middle is, and then I go back and widen them. Because measuring and drawing at the same time, now, so I just figured out how many stripes I wanted, I drew the base, and then I just filled in the blanks. So this is preliminary stripes.
Okay.
I was trying to get the movement of the hand going forward. You can't see the hand yet, but that's because I have a plan for that.
Plan for the hand.
Got a plan for the hand.
Oh, that has so many joints.
Yeah.
Oh.
The body horror of it.
Yeah. It almost looks like weird veins right now.
Yeah, I did join because they share the blue and red stripes. I do a thing where I kind of merge their stripes together.
I see. Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
So melting into each other.
Mm-hmm.
Bert, join the unity, Bert.
Oh.
We will all be one. You, me, Rubber Ducky.
Join me on the street.
Together forever. With a singular purpose.
You did a good, but you did a very bad.
Well, thank you for the nightmares I'll be having later.
Oh.
I had to go back and check and make sure because it goes blue, green, red.
I like how accurate you wanted it to be, given what this is. The horror show this is.
I got the shapes, but if I didn't get the colors, then it'd seem off. So
That's fair.
in order for it to be, it has to be in that proper uncanny valley where there's just enough wrong with it to make you recoil. So I had to get certain things accurate, I felt. Otherwise, it would just be, it just wouldn't play in your brain the same way.
Yeah, it wouldn't read the same.
Yeah. And Ernie's shirt has some white in between the stripes, so I didn't go super detailed there. I kept some white there.
Because you got the white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's you thickening up lines.
Yep. This is going to take a while, because lots of stripes, and I have to go back and do it with all the other colors too.
Sort of mesmerizing, though.
I do find I know there are faster ways to do this sort of thing. I like coloring like this. It's zen.
I don't know. This part, I don't know how else I would have done it. Maybe I would have put it on different layers.
if I had done an outline in black, I could have laid down a black. I could have selected it, expanded it, colored it in a different layer with the right color.
Maybe.
That would have been faster, but I don't think I would have been happy with the end point.
See, I don't know. I like it without the black lines.
One of the things I can do with this is if I'm drawing it and it's like too wide, I can nudge it more.
No, I like it without the black lines. I just think I would have done.
Oh well, then you would erase the black lines. That's
okay. I would have done the layer of blue, and then I would have done the other colors underneath, so that it didn't matter. I wouldn't have to worry about coloring over the blue. That's the only difference of. Because I use too many layers.
I had that thought too of just having each layer on a different color, but then like if I overdraw red, like then the order of the layers would matter, and I didn't want to mess that up. That's true.
And what else you put on that layer matters.
Yeah, and I was already so deep in that I was just like, no, we're not going to do that.
I think you were deep in the moment you had the idea. just.
I just had to go. It had to be done.
Deep in.
Oh, here we go.
There it goes. And the colors and the stripes do make for a nice visual of it blending, of the two characters smooshing together.
Yeah.
Pulling together.
I do go back and thinking up some of his green lines that got overdrawn by some blue.
Oh, he's trying to leave.
Yeah.
He's trying. Not succeeding.
No. I make it severely worse in a little while too.
Oh.
I make it worse.
You make it better worse?
Make it better worse. There's some detail stuff that I do. I don't know if you noticed, but that Ernie's hand on his shoulder is a different layer, and I did that on purpose.
Oh. Oh, we'll see what that means later. Okay.
Because I knew what I was going to do with it. I just had to get the other stuff done first, and then, yeah. And there we go, stripes. Man, that took a lot less time fast forwarded.
Most things do. But, oh, the faces. The faces.
They're very expressive.
Oh, no.
Just smudge them into it.
Oh, he's so sticky looking.
And even where the bodies are merging.
We just watched a thing on the Blob, and we talk about the Thing all the time.
We talk about the Thing every video. We talk about the Thing, but yeah, I want to rewatch the '80s remake of the Blob.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
And oh boy, the eyes. You know.
He's got the crazy eyes.
Why? Oh, and the shading.
Yeah.
Or not? It's gone.
No, it's going. I just had to. I re-chose some colors so it looked better.
Oh, I'll go in deep with the shading.
Just a really stark, like telling a horror story shading.
Yeah. Oh Lord! Now he's got lips. Oh, Ernie shouldn't have lips. Oh no.
Bird.
Oh. Oh no.
You'll never feel want or pain, Bert. I feel like I should bring you to therapy after we watch stuff like this.
You just come in with me and just show this video?
Yeah. I definitely wanted like a very colorful back because they're very colorful characters.
Right.
But I fiddle with that gradient for so long. And then I realized that it overdid all my white, so I have to go in and do a white layer.
Yeah.
So, big brush for the white. But I wanted like a sickly green behind Ernie to make his colors pop.
Right.
And then have that go out into like that purple because, around Bert because of his yellow coloration. And also it's a darker color, so it's like it pushes the horror element a little bit more.
Right.
Yep, and I have to, since there are white stripes, I had to go back and do thing behind their shirt so that shows up instead of the purple. Also makes them pop off a little bit more.
It does. It creates that contrast.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it wasn't.
Oh, and you remember the little armpit area?
Yep. I wasn't super darling with it, so there's some rough edges, but
It works though. Look.
gotta get the eyes.
So that you can see his face.
Ernie, I like being an individual.
They're a happy couple.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Bert and Ernie, definitely a couple.
Oh yeah. I mean, the creator said so. Anyway.
100%.
Because he based it off himself and his partner.
Just throwing on some extra shading.
Only for Ernie?
Oh yeah, because he's the horror thing.
Yeah.
It's the old black and white, like when someone's revealed to be the villain and they turn off the lights behind them and underlight them and the camera zooms. That's what I was going for.
Or like,
where Bert's in standard flat TV lighting.
Right. Like Dracula with the light just over his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, you did a thing.
I did a gore around it, and it's, yeah, lovely.
You did a thing, and here's the finished piece.
Look at that. So if anyone else needs to go to therapy, I'm not picking up that bill. No one made you watch this.
I mean, we didn't really have much of a warning.
Should we put some trigger warnings on, like childhood ruined?
I mean, Sesame Monsters could just be like about food. I'm allergic to sesame seed. I mean, now I feel more allergic to sesame. But
I'm allergic to this drawing you did.
feel real itchy.
Let me hug you in this moment.
Oh, no, that's
pull you
that's
close to
fine.
myself.
That's cool. No, we don't have to do what they're doing.
Join in the unity.
No. No. Is that blood?
Yeah, I put
Where
a
the
little
fingers
door
are?
where the fingers are going in.
Just digging right in there.
Just dig, yeah.
Oh. Oh boy.
Just like two pieces of clay merging together. Your felt will be my felt.
You certainly felt it. Should we move on to the next one?
Let's probably move on to the next. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
So, I did Bert and Ernie. What did you do?
I did Cookie Monster.
Ooh, he's a good one.
I like Cookie Monster a lot. He's not my favorite Muppet.
Who is your favorite Muppet?
Of the Sesame Street Muppets, I used to love Grover.
What did
So
Grover
much.
do?
No, I still love Grover. I'm unwilling to monsterify him. I'm unwilling to hurt my boy.
Aw.
Well,
I like how you have your color palette.
Yeah. I had to make decisions. Well, like, that book, there's a monster at the end of this book.
Oh, yeah.
Before they remade it with Elmo, and Elmo just torments him.
They put Elmo in everything for a while.
Yeah.
It's just like, calm down with the Elmo.
But that was, he was terrified of the monster, not realizing that he himself was. So I don't want to put him through that again. So instead...
Oh, boy.
Off to a great start, right?
You just started.
I did. He looks like a frog, though.
A little bit.
Which makes me want to draw Kermit. But, yeah.
Does Kermit like cookies?
So this is... And I thought there might be a little person in his hand, maybe. And then I needed more mouth, because...
Is the person named Cookie?
Yes. He, she, they. Might be Cookie. You can call me Cookie. So... I make some decisions here that I then have to change later. But that's gonna be the mouth until I decide to make it worse. Ah!
That's a pretty... Yeah. Ooh, that's a void.
Because I was looking at his mouth, and it's just blackness.
Yeah.
And how do you make blackness look even deeper? So that was my first amount of problem solving, was it has to be shallower and then go worse.
That's a really good void.
Thank you. I make it more so. I just work on this for longer than I should have. And I kept trying to make sure he didn't look like he had lips. I didn't want him to have lips so much, because I still wanted him kind of Muppety. Yes! I wanted him to be
Ernie,
Muppety.
it looked awful with lips, so I made it.
This kind of looks like a rose, in a weird way.
It's very flowery.
Yeah, he doesn't stay that way. But it's just so much screaming. So much screaming.
Oh, that looks so good.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a beautiful cavernous void.
He wants a kiss.
He wants a cookie.
So, The eyes do change position, because at first I thought I'd give him more than one eye, or more than two eyes rather, like more than one on a side, but it didn't wind up looking enough like, obviously, Cookie Monster if his eyes are not directly next to each other.
Yeah, he's very much just two eyes on top of a mouth.
Yeah, you're working with very
with a
little.
blue rug.
Exactly, you're working with very little when it comes to Cookie Monster. So his colors had to be his colors, and then the eyes had to be together. But before I put them together, I did this.
So as the Muppets we decided to make monsters both had like that Muppet thing where they had like man hands inside the gloves.
Well, because humans are the real monsters. So, oh, you know what? Swedish Chef would be really scary.
Swedish Chef would be really scary.
Maybe I want to draw a Swedish
Texas
Chef.
Chainsaw Swedish Chef?
Yeah. Hannibal Swedish Chef. He tried to eat Big Bird that
well,
one
thank you having us over for dinner.
He did almost try to eat Big Bird.
In the Christmas special, yeah.
Yeah.
The turkey who was trying to get with
Camilla.
There
was a lot going on in that special.
We watched it this year. That special is on fast forward. It's like 20 minutes and like 80 things happen.
It is
nonstop.
My god.
It is nonstop. The
So
same thing
much
with
happens.
The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. The original is like a 15, 20 minutes short.
That's true.
Yeah, it was super short, but it's got all the characters and they all have a line.
Yeah. Oh, with the eyes, I did try to make the pupils look like holes, like big gaping. I mean, pupils are holes, but I wanted it to be like really.
You did good with the sphering of the eye. It's a good sphere.
And I figure out the general, like, silhouette that I'm going for, which isn't necessarily. Decisions get made.
It's tenderly.
I don't know. And that hand is backwards, which I do fix, but yeah, here I am fixing it. Waha! Like that was gonna matter. I don't know, that piece of anatomy really mattered to me.
Well, I think it's a pet peeve of yours when
there's like 3 right hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to figure out how he was gonna do the grabbing in a way that would still read. So I made decisions here too.
So far, all good.
Fingies.
You gotta do the fingies.
Gotta do the fingies.
See, that's good. I can see dynamically, like, the angle of things.
And here's me deciding what I'm gonna do with the mouth. I guess free transform wasn't cutting it, so I tried distorting and
skew.
Yeah, a bunch of different things to try to.
Oh, wait, okay. Hello.
And we're good. We got it. Ugh.
Hooray!
And I wanted to differentiate because I wanted him to have gums. He wasn't gonna have lips, but I wanted him to have gums.
Yeah. Well, he's got that. Whoa! Hello.
Oh, that's why we needed to figure out. Yeah, I wanted all one layer so I could move them freely. Because again, it's not gonna work the way I'm thinking. So
it does look kind of froggy there.
He looks like a frog, so then that eyeball goes there instead.
Marvelous.
And then put that on a separate layer so I can draw behind it real easy. And it's just
Ah!
And see, now he looks significantly more like Cookie Monster, I think.
Yeah, no, that's it.
The moment you
floppy mouth with the 2 eyes on top. I like how you bloodshot them too.
Well, because he doesn't have eyelids.
No.
Which is horrendous.
Well, he's eating a lot of sugar. I doubt he sleeps.
He lives a life of suffering. And I wanted to capture that.
Who is the god of hedonism in Greek?
Dionysus.
Yeah, Dionysus. He's the children's Dionysus. Teaching the children about indulgences.
Yes.
Cookies. Cookies are a sometimes food, but it's always a sometimes.
And here I am making another decision.
Oh yeah, you showed me the pictures of like old Cookie Monster when he had teeth, and then they decided that was a little much.
He was green and had teeth, and they were all in commercials at one point or another, and he was in some commercial.
Was it Rolf the first Muppet, and he was in a coffee commercial?
I don't remember what commercial he was in, but he was
one
of the earlier ones, and so yeah, they redesigned Cookie Monster to be less like this is.
It doesn't look like he's paid a lot of mind to his dental health. He could probably go for a bleaching or...
They get a little nicer later.
Some whitening strips.
Cookie Monster don't give a shit.
They're just caked with cookie crumbs.
Well, that was actually a thought I had. I was gonna make them made out of chocolate chip cookies, but then
he'd eat his own teeth.
Well, I figured out. I decided that if I was gonna add like chocolate chips to them, it would just look like holes or cavities.
Which would also work, but
yeah,
it wouldn't read as cookies.
It wouldn't look like cookie dough. But that is why I went with this color.
Unless you did like wider, rounder teeth, then. Yeah. But with these kind of teeth, yeah, you're kind of.
Also, part of his teeth are going out, and the rest are not.
That'd be if they just like finger.
Yeah, they curl.
Like if the teeth are just undulating in and out, like anemone.
Here I'm testing the colors, making decisions.
Get them all yellowed up.
Yeah.
That is a horror show.
Thank you. And there is some amount of deciding about, like, shading. I keep saying deciding. These are all decisions. Like, instead of an excuse.
Well, usually when you have something that you don't want to be questioned on, but you are also like not sure of its validity, you just be like, I made a decision.
Yeah, an executive decision.
Yeah.
So
you use decision just when like, I know it's not the best option, but it's the one we're doing, and I will not take feedback on this. It's a decision.
Yeah. So these, yeah.
Much bluer.
Much bluer. Because I wanted the other one to be more of a highlight, and this one more of a shade. And originally, I was going to have that big arm that's holding something be coming from underneath. And I realized this way it could just be an arm that's splitting into two, and I kind of like that too.
Yeah.
So either way he's interpreted, I'm good with it.
He's eaten enough cookies to evolve into his mega form.
Yeah.
And now he is the city monster who consumes the bus depots.
Yeah. There's another hand coming. There could have been more hands. There could have been more eyes. There could have been a lot of things, but
The better to eat cookies with.
This is what we've got. And I love the eyes so much. They're my favorite part.
The eyes really just, like, the eyes are the center of the piece.
Just two different
And then
dimensions.
you just go down into the maw and go, oh no.
I mean, if you didn't know that this was at all supposed to be Cookie Monster, could you at least be like, hey, this reminds me of Cookie Monster?
No, definitely.
Because he's blue.
With the blue and the giant mouth and the eyes on top, be like, oh, looks like a horrific Cookie Monster.
I managed to avoid frog. And I am glad that I moved his mouth and made it more wide. Because otherwise, it reminded me of whatever that was. There was a red-lipped mouth with two giant bulbous eyes on either side of it. Yelling.
Yeah?
I swear this was something's icon. Or a cartoon, maybe. It's a thing that's in my brain. And lives rent-free. And that's what it wound up looking like for a second. So I avoided that. Plus, his mouth is, it's a horizontal mouth.
Yeah.
Here's me playing with gums.
Getting them real popped out.
That seemed really important to me. Gums. Yum, 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 yum.
Nom, nom, nom. So, if your children accidentally watch this video, we're sorry.
I'm not. I saw horrible things throughout my youth. I turned out fine. I draw this now.
I did, even as a child, I had my want was for things that were spooky and creepy. So like that was just innate. I didn't like. There was never a question of me whether I'd be weird or not. I was gonna be weird.
Oh yeah, no, we were both.
Yeah.
We came out this way.
Well, it couldn't have turned out any other way.
Doctors looked at us and said, "Yep, that's a weirdo. Congratulations." They're gonna need special classes in art and music.
It's a matter, doctor. Well, nothing. It's a matter of taste, I suppose. But you're gonna have your hands full for a while.
Mm.
You have a constant conversation with your spouse about do we need a therapist for this, or is this just the way they are?
Is this okay? They're sensitive.
And then someday, 30 years in the future, you'll see a drawing they did of Sesame Street characters on their YouTube channel, and you'll say, "Yeah, we should have dished out for the therapist."
I didn't mean for the person in the hand to look like Shaggy.
Oh, it does look like Shaggy a little bit. I think of the tan and the green.
Yeah.
I guess he found the real monster after all. It's one of the few guest stars they haven't had on Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Although Cookie Monster has been on other shows. He was on Rosanna Pansino.
He was?
He made cookies.
No.
Yeah. Oh, backgrounds.
It's backgrounds.
You know, deciding to draw things like this when, like, when's the last time I went outside? I don't know what a street looks like.
We've been in quarantine for a long time.
Yeah. Straight lines. But sometimes it would decide that I hadn't lifted the pen. So I was fighting with it a little bit to make these straight lines do what I wanted it to. You can watch my frustration over and over. That's a city.
The drawing, the city thing in the background is just like, I remember the intro to Frasier now.
Yeah.
Let's draw the tower back there.
So it's just cityscape.
He's coming for you, Dr. Crane.
Ran out of space immediately.
Plan ahead.
Street.
Sesame Street.
Use a street. And I wanted the background to be simple because look at him.
Yeah, no, it really helps him be like present in the scene.
Yeah.
With the shadows and all.
Once again, I don't know what the light source is, but
The street lights.
sure, we'll go with that. And here's the final piece.
That is a horror show. You did a marvelous job. Look at those rotten teeth. That poor Shaggy.
Doesn't even have a tongue, it just digests you in the mouth.
It's like getting sucked into a black hole. You just spaghettify as you get sucked in.
Yeah. I don't know what this looks like from the back.
I hear him. I hear him coming. He found other survivors, I can tell from their nom 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 nom.
He's so fluffy though, so fuzzy.
All the Muppets were wonderfully dynamic.
Yeah. And if you avoid the teeth, very soft.
Yes.
That's the trick to petting a Muppet, you have to avoid the teeth.
I was gonna say, like, there are very few Muppets with, like...
Actual teeth.
Like, teeth.
Well, they're the rabid ones, or rock stars.
Yeah, Dr. Teeth has teeth.
Yeah, he's not rabid, though.
Animal has teeth.
Animal has teeth. He does, right?
I think so. Fozzie Bear has teeth. I think they might be just flat on his thing. They're not, like, dynamic teeth.
So if you're supposed to smile a lot, you have teeth. Oh, okay, so my favorite of main cast Muppets, like regular Muppet rather than Sesame Street, would be Gonzo. Except, this is not main cast, Crazy Harry. Crazy Harry, special place in my heart. I love... He blows things up, that's all he does. That's
He's in
his
charge of the
entire character.
fireworks.
Yeah, I love him.
She tends to overdo. I think Fozzie, my favorite.
That tracks.
I don't know, that's... My favorites for through Sesame Street and Fozzie kind of show that they're like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's a little revealing about who I am as a person.
Yeah. Well, Crazy Harry, I'm not gonna pretend that wasn't some kind of influence when it came to Deirdre.
Yeah.
Because Deirdre being, Jack the Ripper and Mr. Hyde specifically from the musical, and then
But also just a goof.
Crazy Harry. No, Muppets in general have influenced our lives, and this is what they get.
Support your local PBS. It's important that kids hear positive messages, and despite what we've done with them, these are positive characters.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Avoid this. Show them the real ones.
All right. Rock on, everyone.
Rock on.